6,920 pounds, the 28 BHS J Flight here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is new, but I guarantee by next year I'll be telling you this is on the best sellers list because it is turtle friendly, it is half-ton friendly, it is family friendly, and it's just eyeball friendly if you ask me. The travel friendliness of the 28 BHS is one of its best aspects. Now, this is very much an offset, really a very close cousin to the 28 BHBE J Flight that we've had here at Haylett RV for so many years. They both kind of had the same thing. Now, the 28 BHBE has a door that opens straight into the bathroom proper, but this door opens right next to the bathroom, and I think that's good enough and close enough. Where this one really shines is that it picks up an outside kitchen that BHBE lacks, and it is supremely traveling friendly. You see, you can get up through the kitchen, you can get everything packed. One question people often have is why did they put those drawers there instead of on the side next to the sink? And obviously you can see when the slide is closed, that's why, because you would lose access to those drawers. So the one thing you really can't get into immediately, obviously, is the bedroom. But that is one thing that Jayco did extremely well here. The first generations of floor plans like this that I saw hit the market, you still lacked entry to the bedroom. But J-Flight said, hey, no big deal. We'll just put an extra, whatever, 26-inch wide door, get you into the bedroom, and now you have 100% full traveling and easy packing turtle access right here. Genius. Now, one of the first things I always like to talk about in any J-Flight is the fact that they're a little bit taller inside. They have a 6'9" interior linear clearance, not a bubble vaulted roof. A bubble vaulted roof is a way to make an RV look and feel bigger without actually being taller. It's actually wall height that determines things like slide height, shower height, cabinet height, bunk height. That 3-inch taller ceiling in here is a big, big deal. Now, another thing that's really important to pay attention to is little subtle ways in how this is bigger. So this has a full like extended super slide. So it has a full trifold hide-a-bed sleeper sofa and a full 84-inch true U-dinette, not a 2-bench dinette with a little bench shoved in the rear. That requires like a longer 14.2 or 14.6 long slide out. That means that this does have a bigger living area. And it's easy to miss little subtleties like that. And that's exactly why I put these videos together, guys, to help educate you on those really subtle, fine detail differences. There's my gloves. I left my gloves sitting next to the oven over there. Well, at least now I know. Never mind. Anyway, so one of the things people sometimes dislike about a bench dinette is that the pedestals are always banging in the legs, but you can see that they go above and beyond here. Jayco in the J-Flight series, this is among the most expensive wood skeleton trailers out there. It's also among the very highest equipped. It's also been literally the #1 selling RV since 2005. Not trailer, not fifth wheel, RV, period. This is the big cat, and it is a race for second place, and it's not even close. The extra little things they do like this are like, it's all those little things, the livability factors that make the difference. So this freestanding table is nice for a big guy like me because I can shift this around. I can fold it down and use it like a coffee table in front of the sofa. It can be island prep space if need be. There's more storage below it, full storage below it, and you can see that they give you easy access to that via these little slide end totes right here. Now, we have applied the J-Flight thermal package to this RV, and we will talk more about that outside. But you will notice that you've actually got insulated slide force here. That is standard. They do all that. Now, one thing you may notice too is you're going, oh my God, are they using a structure wood slide floor? And the answer is absolutely. But you need to understand what kind. That's a material called PMAX. So what we're walking on here is a 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor deck with 12-inch on-center floor studs, longitudinal 2x3s, so that you can have the heat plenum running through the floor. There's plenty of structure supporting plywood from underneath. In a slide-out, they used to use tongue and groove plywood flooring in a slide, but the problem is there was no support below it, so you felt like you were moonwalking on it, especially if the slide-out was in. This PMAX floor is a 1-inch thick one-piece structural floor, literally built for nothing other than slide-out flooring. This is its one purpose. To give you guys an idea, a toy hauler garage floor rated for 3,000 pounds has a 3/4 inch one-piece floor. This has a 1-inch thick slide-out floor. And the moonwalking feeling is gone. It is not lightweight. It is not inexpensive. It is heavy duty. It is made to last longer. That's who Jayco is. That's why they have these nicer lumber core constructed pocket screwed cabinets with these hardwood door frames, the bigger door handle hardware. You don't even realize this costs a couple cents more per widget, but look at how many of these they can have through a camper very quickly. And imagine how much that adds up when you build like 17,000 of these a year. It's a big deal. Now, let's start looking at the kitchen over here. Something I love to talk about on J-Flights, being taller, it allows them to throw a shelf up here, and it doubles the overhead cabinet space. You're actually getting more of it. Now, there's a little subtle thing here I appreciate. The fact that they have little light switches for their accent and kitchen lights. Instead of having to walk around, come to the control panel, flip on a kitchen light switch, and then walk back over there, as is most common in this business. They gave you a better, smarter, more intelligent method of doing all of this. Now, you can see the stainless appliance bundle. We have a 8 cubic foot fridge freezer standard in our J-Flights. They have a 33% larger refrigerator than is common in this class. And I always want to, you know, draw a little picture in the Jayco book and hang it up there like crayon style, but I never actually do it. Anyway, so I love the accent lights. Now the ceiling skylight up here, this is an option. The actual unit in stock may vary, guys. Understand that. This is an example of one J-Flight we have here. Maybe not necessarily every single 28 BHS, but look at this. The little, the Swan Lake style high-rise faucet with all the beautiful curves and lines and accents. And listen to the difference, guys. You can hear the difference between plastic and metal. They're using better hardware in here. That is a sprayer pull-out faucet. Real tile backsplash, not the liar liar pants on fire wallpaper that we saw for so many years in this business. Sink cover with roll-away drying rack. Drawers to the floor. Plywood constructed, full box drawers all the way down to the floor here, guys. Now, this is something you really got to watch out on. When they first started really doing a lot of this in the RV business, they called them 50-pound rated. And then magically, somehow, the same drawer became 75-pound rated. Here's what this means. These runners are rated for 75 pounds. But that right there, that's rated for 50 pounds. That's the difference. So that's the difference between real world and marketing right there. Huge spot, wide open for a trash can. And look at the little accent light under the countertop right here. How cool is that little thing? Just for a nice little evening night light to be able to get through and navigate this coach. All these windows open for ventilation. All these windows have pleated shades for privacy. The other thing all these windows have is a full frame out. And I like that because I think it gives the pleated nightshade anchors something more to bite into than just a single wall panel. And I don't seem to see Jayco's with popped out window shade anchors anymore. Now they went with this extra wide farmhouse entry door to the bedroom up there. There's a full sliding, I don't know if you call it a privacy door or sliding wall at this stage. It's so darn big. Another thing, little detail stuff to pay attention to, guys. Lighting is very expensive in this business. They've got 2 lights right above the bed, and then they've got 2 lights just for the main bedroom ceiling up here. Extra stuff like that costs a lot of money, but it makes a big difference. There's that extra bedroom door that lets us have full access to the RV, and notice how tall that window is. It gives you more visibility of your campsite when you're laying in bed. You hear goofy noise, you can pop your head up, you can look out that window much, much more easily. A full 60 by 80 residential queen size bed. Normal queen sheets are going to fit on that, no problem. You've got your dual side stands with your outlets and everything. Very nice complement of, soft goods here. Easy lift bed storage. To give you an idea of how big that is a propane tank, a 30-pound propane tank cover, dual 30s, a microwave box, and the giant box that holds the HD TV for this camper, all stuffed down in here with room to spare. It's awesome. It's awesome how much room is in here. Flipping around a little bit, this is a good time to kind of take note of the fact that you've got a direct viewing entertainment center. this sofa right here directly across from the HD TV for easy viewing. But as long as we're looking at that, let's pay attention to the fact that, one, there's big time storage behind this, and obviously the TV is included, you saw the box. But look at this big wide open bonus big pantry space, and the TV, if you need to, it's on a magnet lock swing arm, so it's not going to bounce around in transit, but you can make it turn and face the dinette if you want to for easy viewing there, or swing it around for the kids at night. You can do that as well. This is cool. So it's AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. You can get the IRV app for your phone to control it from your phone, but it's got face-mounted HDMI and USB plugs. That allows this stereo right here to be very like Chromecast or Amazon Fire Stick or Roku Stick friendly, because you can plug the HDMI stick in and power it right there. And this is really your pantry space down here, and this is awesome. This is just a mother-load of pantry space with an extra hanging bar right there, so you actually do have like a functional coat closet right by the door, and I love that it's down where the kiddos can get to it. But right when you walk in the door, you also have handy little shoe garage, so you can keep the clutter down to a minimum. Now, what they did over here in the bunks is just fantastic, and this seems to be something that is really taking hold right now. The first time I really saw this done well was in the Rockwood campers that we have here at Haylett RV. And, you know, we've got similar floor plans to this all over the place, from Cherokee and Rockwood and Winnebago and Springdale, and a lot of versions of things like this. Whitehawk has their version, the 29BH, and they're all cool in different ways. But here's some of the Jayco things that I like. First of all, their heavier duty construction allows for more weight on the bunks. Sometimes if you read a Jayco sticker on the bunk weight ratings, it says 300 pounds, but if you finish reading it says per sleeping space. That's a double sleeper. That's a 600 pound rated bunk. There are some that are as low as 250 on a double bunk. That ain't going to cut the mustard. This will. Also notice the fact that they're using 50 to 100% thicker mattresses in their Jayco, so the kids sleep better, so they don't whine the next day, so you have more fun, because isn't that kind of the point of camping? Not the Clark W. Griswold Vegas vacation family trip, but the, hey, Mom and Dad, we sure had fun on the family trip. Notice, plywood. You're not going to find particle board OSB construction in J-Flights. They don't do it. You know, it's a higher grade material, which is what allows them to have double the warranty of anybody else really in this category. I don't really know of anyone else doing that. The open air ladder wall is something I first really saw popularized in the Passport Ultralight campers we have here at Haylett RV, but I love that it's been used throughout the industry. This is an awesome feature because it makes the camper look nice and big. And you notice too, two individual privacy curtains, not one giant curtain to close off both bunks. That's an easy thing to miss. They spent more money on that. Now, the outside kitchen door would flip up and it could block windows if they were on this side of the camper. So Jayco said, no problem. We'll give them ventilating windows on the back side of the camper. Notice that both windows ventilate. Now, right here, when I first looked at this, what I kind of imagined is on a rainy day with my little 7-year-old, we were going to play like Lego Ice Cream Shop. We've got a Lego ice cream set, and I could see her setting those up in the back, and I could see her sliding that shut, and we would play the game where she's the ice cream owner, the ice cream shop owner, and I'm the customer. We play that game all the time, so every time we go to the park. This is perfect. You know, this is an awesome way you can back bikes in here, and the handlebars have room to be out here in the way. It works very well. I love this folding cargo bunk scenario that they have going on here. Now, again, the bathroom, this is not the technical direct entry bathroom of the 28BHBE J-Flight bath entry bunkhouse, or bunkhouse bath entry, whatever you want to call it, but I think it's equally effective. I mean, seriously, there's the door, there's the bathroom. Nothing in the way. That gets the job done for me every single day of the week. Porcelain foot flush stool, because we're looking at an Elite Series J-Flight, which if you find a 28 BHS J-Flight out there without the Elite package, I'm going to be really surprised. It's just, there's no sense in doing something silly like that. I want to point out the fact that this has, scientifically speaking, a monster shower. This thing is huge, my friends. What I like about that, if you have to actually get in there and scrub down a kid, you can. You don't have to throw your back out trying to bend over a tub to do it. And also, it's not a tub, it's a shower. It's got enough of a lip if you want to, give a baby a bath, you could do that in there. But here's the thing. If you need to put a little stool in there and sit down to bathe, you can. And this is an extra tall shower because we have an extra tall ceiling height in here. Even without my head in the bubble, plenty of headroom in here. Tall nerd tested, tall nerd approved. Over here, I love that they didn't just waste this. I would have not been surprised if this was an open, naked virgin wall right here, but they didn't do that. They gave you a handy little shelf for your extra toilet paper and toiletries and shampoos and all that stuff, and a real adult-sized sink that mom and dad can actually get their hands into with I like this. This is smart. This is smart design to me. Instead of adding extra door handles right here, they just made the door itself hang down a little low for this big corner cabinet. I think the execution of this model is absolutely on point, but personally, I expect nothing less from the very best-selling RV on the planet. So let's go outside and learn how she's put together and learn a bit more about the warranties. What do you say? And really, so far, most of what I've talked about, the 28 BHBE J-Flight does well. But I think this one does a little bit better entertainment center, and it also has the outside kitchen the BHBE does not. Now, the BHBE has its own things it does cool, but I believe this one will overtake the BHBE in popularity. Now, the construction is going to be consistent through the J-Flight family. They've got these extra tall, extra wide baggage doors you can see pass all the way through, even under the bed. And then there's the detail stuff, like, you know, even the bed base itself is plywood. You know, they don't cut that corner. But then even this little detail here, the door jamb itself, they fully trim out and protect. So that on a rainy day or a crappy weather day, if water got inside that baggage door compartment, it wouldn't rot out the framework of that baggage door. And it's that kind of extra attention to detail that gives Jayco twice the warranty. Now, there are 3-year structural warranties out there, but in terms of a full camper warranty, there's only a 1-year or a 2-year. Jayco gives you that 2-year, but the 2nd year also covers all the structure. A structural warranty, some of them don't cover very much. Some are good, like Keystone has a good structural warranty. Some are not so good. You need to really look into the details of that and determine what warranty type is best for you. And we've done videos on that topic. If you're curious, give us a call. We'll send it to you. Now, you saw the propane cover is included with this. That'll cover those twin 30-pound bottles there. I just left it inside for spatial recognition. And again, there's some optional equipment present, but what is not optional is Jayco's attention to detail in their level. They have like 64 full-time engineers down there making sure that every floor plan and model is built right. And one of the things that they do is they custom engineer every single chassis. And the easiest way to determine that, to see that, guys, is with this integrated A-frame. Because this is a non-standard chassis. This is not the normal chassis you can get from a chassis manufacturer. They actually have to stop, they have to recalibrate their lines, and then build Jayco's chassis, and then flip back to a standard chassis build. That integrated A-frame, it's not that it's necessarily stronger, but what it allows them to do is have a lower floor. So this is taller inside without being taller outside. That's a key point of that engineering there. It also means a little lower center of gravity on this for towing. You notice how they also wrap that diamond plate down around the tongue, which is very cool, just for extra chassis protection. Now, easy stuff to miss. A lot of campers have LED taillights. Not all of them in this class, actually, but this even has LED marker lights, and that is not even the standard in even the most popular luxury fifth wheels out there right now. And, a non-standard item we put on pretty much all of our big J-Flights is their thermal package. And this is another one of those areas where you have to look more than skin deep, because all you can see is the fact that this has an enclosed underbelly. But it goes so much further than that. It's also forced air heated. It's also an insulated belly, and they double the insulation in the roof and wrap it around the nose, basically. So they add a fifth wheel insulation package to this with their thermal package. But it's easy to not see or understand that because you can't see it. You can't appreciate that. But that's why we have people all the time in hot climates or cold climates gravitate to our J-Flights, because it will extend your camping season further. Granted, you're paying for the difference. You get what you pay for. This is not the least expensive trailer out there. It's one of the most effective trailers out there. Notice too the tinted windows, and by the way, all the windows open for ventilation, even those slide side windows. I want to point this out because some very popular brands of trailers do not have tinted windows, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They have benefits. It'll make the RV look brighter inside. It'll make it look lighter. It'll make the RV look and feel bigger inside, and those are good factors. Those are not gimmicky tricks. Those are things that you will enjoy as an owner. A tinted window It will, however, keep the RV cooler because it's blocking about 80% solar radiation. It also enhances your privacy. Those are awesome factors too. Absolutely. It prevents your furniture from fading. So black tank flush, outside shower, those are handy little facets right there. You can't take those for granted. And not just a cold water spray or port, but a full hot-cold outside shower. Now right here, this is something literally no one else in this class does. And that is the Goodyear Endurance radials on here. That is something no other tire does. Here's what's awesome about these. They have the highest load rating of any tire in this category of travel trailer. They only need to be inflated to 80 psi, which means you can stop at a gas station and get those things inflated. There's some nice other tires out there, but some of them require like 120 psi. You have to go to a specialty tire shop and hope you can lug your big trailer through their parking lot to be able to get your tires properly inflated. You don't have that problem here. Water heater is gas and electric and auto ignition, and it's fast recharge, meaning you can run gas and electric simultaneously for just shy of 18 gallons of hot water per hour, and that's killer. Magnum Truss roof system. I got to talk about that on any Jayco because they have invested a significant amount more in the structure up on the roof of this camper. But again, you can't see and appreciate it. There's plenty of other nicely walkable RV roofs out there, but this one is rated for 50% more weight than the next brand. It is the heaviest constructed roof in the business. It's plywood tongue and groove roof decking, 5-inch extra thick trusses, extra insulation packed in with the thermal package. It goes further. Do you need that? That's for you to decide, not me. That's why I carry different brands here at Haylitz. The awning, I like that the awnings have the speaker heads built right into these things here so that when you open the awning, the sound points down toward your campsite. You're not blowing away the guy in the site next to you because he always thinks that your music is garbage, even though his music's garbage. We all know. Your music's the bad music. My music's fine. Everybody ever notice how the music you listen to in high school is always the best music? Doesn't matter how old you are, that statement's always true. Anyway. Here's the outside kitchen that really separates this from the BHBE, and they perfected this a while ago. They've nailed this. They've done everything that is just really super critical right here. Low profile outside kitchen prevents the loss of sleeping space inside. You still got Dad's medicine cabinet. How you doing, girl? We'll come back later. And a telescopic outside kitchenette right here. It's on these handy little gas struts so that it will hold itself open or closed without the need for little mechanical bullet latches. But what's nice is we have a real sink with a real drain going down into a holding tank, not getting dribbled onto the ground where the neighbor is going to get upset with you. You don't have those challenges here. Talked about the tires. Galvanized steel wheel wells. Here's another thing they do on this extra dollar thing that a lot of people don't notice, but actually you can get down and see. Up in the wheel wells, you see galvanized steel on J Flights. That is there as a silver colored lining to an otherwise bad situation. You have a tire blowout, and this one gives you a lot better chance of getting this thing brought down to speed without experiencing interior RV damage. That's a big deal, guys. There's a lot of things I haven't touched on, but I think I've hit most of the major ones. Like, it's got solar prep. Your awning is easy tilt. It does other neat things, but it does all the things. That's the thing with the J-Flight. There's this camper does that, and this camper does that, and J-Flight does all of the things. It's probably why they're the #1 seller out there. Now, I don't care where you live. We can do business with you. There's no such thing as being too far away from Haylett RV. What I don't want to hear is, boy, I sure appreciate that video. Too bad I couldn't do business with you guys because I'm so far away. How do you know that? Did you even bother calling? Unless you call, you'll never know. That's all it takes. If you give us a call and we don't do business with you, it's our own fault. But don't you want to make sure you're getting the right deal? We can offer you that assurance. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.